This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted at the TMC show in New Orleans. Got the Peterson manufacturing booth behind me. We're gonna go into this trailer. It's a show trailer. We're gonna talk lighting, we're gonna talk harnesses, we're gonna talk trailer telematics and how it all relates to keeping trailers working productively. So come along and let's see what we can learn. So at TMC, lighting, of course, a big maintenance point. Let's just kind of hit some of the basics as a refresher here. Preventative maintenance for lighting, how important is it and how does it contribute to keeping trucks on the road?
Yeah, so preventive maintenance in wiring harnesses specifically is something that we really talk a lot about here at TMC. You know, the best system is one that you really don't ever have to do anything with. You really shouldn't have to maintain anything with today's connections, with today's wiring harnesses and the way everything is all put together. Of course, corrosion is the biggest enemy of a wiring harness system. So anything you can do to keep any of the chemicals like magnesium chloride or any of those things out of your wiring harness is going to contribute to a lot longer life of the system itself. Right. And again, the best system is one that really needs no maintenance. Right. So if you don't have to break into it, we make a system that is not made to be broken into. It's made to be sealed and stay sealed so that a technician doesn't have to get into it unless there's some damage that happens, right? And then our philosophy is make it modular so that they don't have to replace the whole system. You're replacing one section of the wiring harness. And also we put some corrosion mitigation devices in there so that if you do get corrosion in it, it's only going to go so far and then it's going to stop. Again, back to the modular thing, you only have to replace a section of the harness, right? So, but again, you know, there's really nothing specific that you should have to do to a wiring harness system other than just count on it to be reliable. But as far as uptime goes, of course, this is safety lighting. People ask a lot of times, why do we put lights on trailers? Well, to be safe, right? So we're all about safety and keeping things lit. So you have to have electricity to keep it lit, so therefore you have to have a lot of integrity in the component that gets electricity to your lights, the wiring harness system. Right. So, you know, just having a closed system, a sealed system, very important. As far as keeping uptime, right here at TMC over the last several meetings, we've been talking about, back to the LED technology, how many LEDs can be out in a light before it is legal or not legal when it becomes not legal anymore. So we're talking about that. We haven't finished that task force yet. We haven't finished the recommended practice yet, but we're trending towards some percentage of LEDs being out before it's not legal anymore, which therefore it's not safe anymore. Right? But so, you know, keeping them lit is vital to uptime because you're not going to get a violation, you're not going to get an infraction, you're not going to get put out of service by CVSA. So it's just very critical to keep everything illuminated like it should be. Right. Well, we're here in the Peterson show trailer. So you have some wiring harnesses here. Can you walk me through what we have here? We do. We absolutely do. So we actually have, we talk about 4 types of wiring harnesses really. So our most basic and cost optimized, let's call it, for lack of a better way to put it, is our Maxi Seal harness. And that stands for maximum sealing. So we do some things that no one else in the industry does with their wiring harnesses. Lots of features and benefits. For the sake of brevity, we won't go through all of them. And then we've got, this is our newest wiring harness system. It's called Peterson Patriot. And again, back to some of the things we mentioned earlier about some of the corrosion mitigating devices that we put into these extended warranty projects and products. This harness is made so that you can see this module is very compact and small, about the size of a recipe card, if you will. Yeah. And so it fits up inside behind in the rear sill of a trailer behind the tail lights, and it's got all of these other harnesses that run the functions on the trailer, mid-turn light, stop, turn, and tail, upper IDs, et cetera, et cetera. And it's all very modular. As you can see, it plugs in here, and it can only plug in one way. So a technician can take it completely apart to do some troubleshooting or whatever, and they look at it and say, oh my goodness, I don't know how to put this back together. It's impossible to plug it in incorrectly, right? So as you can see, it's got a lot of stress relief in the harnesses, so it's very robust. everything is overmolded, and it just, so we put an extended warranty on this product. It's a 5-year warranty against corrosion. Okay, so, and again, back to what we said earlier, even if you nick a wire, it may corrode that section, but it's never going to get to the box.
Oh, sure.
Therefore, it's never going to get out to the rest of the wiring harness on the trailer. You replace just that one section, the warranty stays intact, you're good to go.
Okay,
So
cool.
you put the right parts back in it, the warranty stays intact. So then you move up to its big brother, and we call this Defender. And this is actually a predecessor to that, to the Peterson Patriot, but as all things go, as technology improves, things get more compact, which is what this does. This is actually very, very good for customers that need to have a lot of accessories like work lights. More than just maybe a standard 53-foot van.
Right.
That thing is perfect for people that just are going to run minimum DOT lighting. It's just cookie cutter stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Go for it. This again is tankers. It's flatbeds that have got work lights, things like that. Again, we call it Defender. As you can see, it's a little bit more robust.
Yeah.
Some of the cabling is a little heavier. We put a 10-year warranty against corrosion on this product. It's IP69 rated for anybody that's familiar with the ingress protection ratings from SAE. So we've got literally billions of miles on this particular system. Lots of fleets all across North America, U.S., Canada, Mexico. So we do a lot of these. So
very cool. Well, the other big trailer innovation too. I mean, we're getting digital, right? Now we're going into telematics. I know you all are in the space. I think that's on the other side of here. Can you walk me through this here with Peterson Pulse?
So we call this Peterson Pulse, and the beauty of this is, so there's a lot of smart trailer technology around the industry right now, and we're actually moving a little bit slower, I think, than the industry imagined that we would. But Peterson Pulse is a unique product versus some of our other worthy competitors in that this is a CAN bus based system. Some of the other ones are a little bit more wireless. The reason we use CAN bus is because wireless systems can be hacked. So if you hack in and somebody gets control of the braking system on your trailer, they can control brakes all the time or maybe no brakes at all.
Okay.
Right? So we use a CAN bus system which cannot be hacked. The other beauty of this thing is we are telematics device agnostic. Okay. We work with many, many different telematics providers. So once you purchase this system, it's yours. And we do over-the-air upgrades and stuff like that, so we support it, but you bring your own telematics device. You're paying a subscription fee every single month for your telematics device. We don't want you to pay a second subscription, right? So the way this works is regular J560 signal comes from the tractor to turn the lights on, to run the brakes, whatever the case may be, the ABS system, etc. We convert it into a signal inside this box. This is also where the telematics interface happens. Send it on a CAN bus to the back box. This is an encoder decoder box. This turns then the CAN signal back into an analog signal and sends a signal out to the lights. Turn my brake lights on, turn my turn signal on, records an ABS fault. And we can also take signals from anything else that we can get a CAN signal from. So for instance, some of the wheel end, the tire pressure monitoring system people, we're integrated with all those people. The wheel end systems that will tell you temperature or give you an advance notice of a vibration in a bearing, those are all signals of failure. Those signals all come into this box. They get converted to a CAN signal. They go back to the front box. They get decoded there, and then that then can send it either to the telematics device or Bluetooth to the cab of a tractor. So a driver has got immediate notification of, for instance, a low tire, right, a light out, whatever it might be. Right. Can go to the driver or it can go to the back office of a fleet. I know that sounds pretty rudimentary, but what happens here is very, very complicated, right, in terms of the computing power that needs to be in that box to turn things in an analog signal into a CAN signal, right, and then back here to do the same or vice versa. Yeah,
well, and I don't think it's rudimentary because as you kind of alluded to as well, smart trailer technology was kind of relegated to GPS location, right? But now we're getting into all the components and data and sensors that will feed into maintenance programs there, and you got to wrap your head around that, right? And wrap your head around the application.
You absolutely do. I mean, and it's more than just really maintenance. You know, I mean, we've got a door open signal that we can do. We've got an interior temperature signal, and that's not only for, it's temperature controlled, right? I mean, we've got one customer that hauls some food products that have got frosting on them. Yeah. So they can't have a temperature inside the trailer that gets too warm or the frosting melts, and therefore the load is not good anymore, right? The wheel end stuff, we're the only one in the industry, I believe, that can tell you not only that you have a light out, we tell you light out by position. Okay. We can tell you you've got a right tail light out. We can tell you you've got a left turn signal out, anything like that. So that part of it is maintenance, but there are other things that are not necessarily maintenance related, but safety related. Sure. The thing that we struggle with our fleet customers is everybody wants something different. Yep. You can easily overwhelm someone with the data that you can provide. So the question we have is, with all these people that want a laundry list of things monitored on the trailer, we can do that. Do it easily. I say easily. The engineering people will tell you it's not quite that easy. Right. I'm a sales guy, so it's all easy to me, right? It's all easy to me. But what are you going to do with that data? Right. Who's actually going to monitor that data coming into your fleet? Right. So you can get into data overload fairly quickly, and that comes back to what you were asking about getting your head wrapped around it. So just understanding what the fleet customer really wants. We can do anything. Right. We just have to understand how are you going to use that data so that we can best provide a product for you, the customer. Right.
Often it'll mean starting with what problem are you having, and let's go the data from there rather than going from the data first and then solving problems. What problem are you having?
That's right. That's exactly right. Yep.
Very cool. Well, thank you for taking the time.
Oh, thank you for having us. We appreciate it, and let us know how we can help.
Thanks.